Hey guys, it's Pete with Crunch Time Coaching, and we're going to go over our 2014 Australian Open preview and predictions. Before we get into it, I want to let you know by participating and commenting below this video, letting us know your pick, who you think is going to win on the men's side. You'll be entered into a raffle where you can win a free head prestige, and we're going to do the drawing on the final day of the men's Australian Open. So that's kind of a cool incentive just to kind of give us your pick. But here we go. Let's go into it. I got the draw open up here. First round is kind of interesting because you got Nadal versus Tomic on the top half of the draw. And I think that will probably answer a lot of questions of what we're going to see from Tomic through his career. You know, he's had enough years on tour now where he's really got to step up and show us something. So is he at least going to be able to push Nadal a little bit? He's got the crowd behind him. You know, he's got some experience now on the tour. This will say a lot about, you know, what we're going to see from him in the future. Jack Sock, he's got a first round match where he doesn't play a seed, so I'd love to see him get through that. And then Ryan Harrison, he plays Gil Monfils, which I give Harrison a chance in that one. And it'll be also interesting to see how much he's maturing, because against Monfils, who's a very talented player, you never know which Monfils is going to show up. So if Harrison can dig in, fight, frustrate him, you know, we might see an upset there. Going through it, Hewitt plays Seppi first round. I like Hewitt in that match. Donald Young is back in the draw. We'll see if he can show us anything. And then as we go through, the other name that's sticking out at me is Ronich, number 11 seed. And if he can get and figure out a way to get to play Nadal, that'll be interesting with that big serve in the heat to see what that is going to do. So let's see. We're looking for him to, at some point, he's got to go far in a major to really show his worth on the tour as well, I think. Then you've got Dimitrov, who's so talented. Everybody calls him Baby Federer, but he hasn't really stepped up in a major either. I'm like, what is going on with that guy? At some point, you'd expect some big wins from him, but I don't see it happening yet. And then probably the biggest threat to Nadal in his half is Del Potro. Okay, the top quarter for him. Del Potro is going to be coming up for him in the quarterfinals, and Del Potro has handed Nadal some losses in the past. So can he do it? I don't see it happening, but he's certainly got the game if he's hot where he could do it. So let's go into the bottom half of the top draw. You've got Andy Murray. It's going to be very interesting to see how Murray responds to the time off, to back surgery, maybe a little bit more pressure on him this year. Some people, you know, it'd be interesting. Is it more pressure or less pressure? Because he's winning now. He's won majors. So, you know, people kind of expect him to win, but then he's also got the monkey off his back with winning Wimbledon, so maybe there's less pressure. I don't know. We'll see how he comes back and plays. Cole Shriver's in there in his half. Maybe he could frustrate and be a tough match for Murray. But the big name that sticks out to me in this half is Tsonga. You know, I could see Tsonga going all the way through this and beating a lot of players. He's very tough. He's a tough customer, and that's what's going to lead us to the bottom half of the draw right here. And you got Federer, and that means that Federer might have to go through a Tsonga and a Murray before he even gets to the semifinals and plays Nadal. And Federer's my personal favorite, and I just don't like to see that for Federer. So I don't see Federer, you know, get to the finals. You know, I think if he gets to the quarterfinals, semis, you know, that will be a good tournament for him. Being number 6, it makes a difference. You know, he wants to kind of blow it off like it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. All right, so moving down to the bottom half, top of the draw, we've got Tomas Berdych. He's always trouble. I think he's always trouble to go deep. I still don't see him winning a major, but he's going to be tough to knock out. He always is. If he gets hot, we know he can beat anybody on any day. Let's see who else is jumping out at me here as we scroll down. Not a lot right now as we're going. I think Jerzy Janowicz. Now that guy's got a lot of game. He's 6'9". He's got a huge serve, huge ground strokes, but one thing is the guy loves touch. The guy's a great touch player. I've seen him hit some of the best drop shots. So you never know with him. He could be a dark horse to knock some people out. So David Ferrer is the number 3 seed there. So if you're looking at people like Jerzy and Tomas Berdych, I think they have a really good opportunity to come out of this half. Because out of the top 4, to me, Dave Ferrer, he's a great player. I don't want to take anything away from him, but he's definitely beatable, especially on a hard court. So I don't see David Ferrer getting out of that. I see somebody like a Berdych getting out of there. Maybe Jerzy gets himself on the map. So that would be interesting. So we go down to the bottom half of the draw, and right away I'm looking at Stanislav Linka. He had a great 2013. Will he continue to play awesome in 2014? To me, this will be an interesting tournament because it reminds me kind of, remember a couple years ago when Marty Fish, he had an outstanding year. He finished top 8. I even think he did. I know he's definitely top 10. Could he back it up? Wawrinka, he's not a young guy. He's probably pushing 30, 28, 29, 30. I don't know his exact age, but it'd be interesting to see if he continues to play hot. Let's take a look at who else would be dangerous here. Gasquet is always dangerous, but he just kind of gets to a certain round and then plays a tough match and loses. I see more of the same from him. Sam Querrey, maybe he can win a couple of rounds. Gulbis, when he came out on the tour, I was really excited about him. Not anymore. And then you got Djokovic. So Djokovic looks like to get out of this and maybe play like a Berdych or Jerzy or Ferrer, but I don't see Ferrer getting to the semifinals. It looks like Djokovic is going to have I think a pretty routine way through. Maybe he has another brilliant match against Wawrinka. They had a classic not too long ago at the Australian Open. I don't see that being a repeat, though. I think if they meet, I think Djokovic is going to win pretty comfortable. Don't think it's going to go 5. It could go 4. Could be a little tight in situations, but overall, I'm seeing Djokovic to get through this whole half. So it looks like we're headed for a Djokovic-Nadal final. It's kind of getting to that point. Remember we always were saying Federer, Nadal, we could just pencil it in, and it was kind of hard to be unique with your picks because those two are playing so great. It's kind of got to that point with these two now. Now Djokovic, Nadal. And so who do you pick out of these guys? It's a tough one. Djokovic is the hottest player on the tour right now. And I always seem to pick Djokovic versus Nadal. And Nadal always seems to... I'm so nervous to make this pick because Nadal always seems to beat Djokovic whenever I pick Djokovic to beat Nadal. I don't know what to do. I'm going to pick Djokovic. And now all the Nadal fans, I know what you guys are going to do. You're going to murder me because I'm always wrong when I do this. But I'm doing it again. And it's not because I don't like Nadal. I like Nadal. But Djokovic, again, the last couple of months, he's shown me a lot of cool stuff. The guy's playing incredible. I like him. I like him to win the tournament. That's my pick. What's your pick? If you comment below, remember you're going to be entered into a raffle to win a free head procedure. We'll do the drawing on the final day of the men's Australian Open final. So there you go. I did it again. I picked Djokovic over Nadal. That's almost a given now that Nadal's going to win this tournament. This is Pete from Crunch Time Coaching. Hey, you like these videos? I also do instructional videos. I do fitness videos. Love to follow the tour. Subscribe. And thanks for watching, guys. And let's enjoy this Australian Open. It's going to be another classic.